Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Randy Prizzle's Link and Ting with me, Randy Prizzle. And I'll put it before, I should have put it afterwards, but it's still me, Randy Prizzle. So yeah, if you don't know obviously what we usually do here on the Randy Prizzle Link and Ting, go check it out below. Obviously all of that, if you're feeling all the episodes, check them all out on the Randy Prizzle channel. Like them, share to your friends, subscribe to the channel if you want to, and all that. That's if you want to. That's if you want to. If you don't, then don't bother. It's as simple as. Anyways, you know what we're usually here for, the linking and the tinging, so let's get on to it. Becca says, this year, I really want to be able to actually leave the country at some point. I just want to drink a cold beer in a hot country served by a moody, elderly waiter. I mean, we all would like to leave the country at some point. I mean, we obviously are in lockdown again. This is obviously the second time now here in the UK, so we are in lockdown again. I mean, drinking cold beer, not a fan of cold beer. I would prefer cider. So obviously if you give me a can of cider, which I did have yesterday by the way, but the cider, then I'm all in for that. So, served by a moody elderly waiter. I wouldn't want someone who's moody, to be honest, so I'd rather just tell them to shoot, leave it out. You know what I mean? Leave it out! Leave it out! So yeah. She's 35, she's 5'3", she's a policy and civil service. Don't know what that's all about, okay. She said, tell me about the time you broke the law, you rebel, you. Well, I'm gonna go back to my days of stealing sweets, I guess. You know what I mean? Back as a child, kid stuff as well. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When was it? This was probably like years from now. When I think I got so mad at a price of a cake. I think, and I saw the price of the cake. I just went, yeah, that, and I just took it and put it, which is a bad thing to do, but I'm not endorsing that. It was one of them mad moments where I just got a little bit annoyed at the price of a cake, because originally the price before was a different price. It was a lower price, but then the price of the cake now was higher, so I got annoyed, and I immediately just put it, listen, don't ask me why, but I did, but it is what it is. So that's one thing I can say I've done. I'm not encouraging anyone out there to go and steal. Do not do that, otherwise you will go to jail. So yeah. Anyways, next thing. The best way to ask me out is by just doing it. I'm terrible at online dating, but great in real life. Well, I mean, I'm fine, but better than on here. Yeah, I mean, just doing it, I guess. Just go, hey, want to go out? Simple as that. But yeah, I mean, online dating. Me, I swear I've only had like 4 online dates on here. And, yeah, and I've been on here about years, like close to if you're talking about the majority of online dating, I think I started the first time at Plenty of Fish and all of them sites like that. So it's a bit mad to think that I've only had like 4 dates from this whole site, but it just shows you it doesn't tend to work, does it? But sometimes when you get lucky, you get lucky. If you're one of the fortunate ones who just have the face and people love the face, then it is what it is, So yeah. But apart from all that, Becca doesn't really have that je ne sais quoi for me, so it's going to be a no from me. We come to Valerie. It's Valeria. I thought it was Valerie. I was about to sing the song, won't you come on over, Valerie? Well, it's now Valeria. It doesn't make sense to sing that in a tune out. Won't you come on over, Valeria? No, it sounds completely wrong, so just leave it out. But anyways, her mantra is, if it's not meant to be, something better is around the corner. I kind of agree there, I guess, you just got to stick to that thing, if it doesn't work out for you, keep trying. Other venues, it may work out, do you know what I mean? So, that's why I'm doing most of this thing on YouTube, but if it's not for the sake of, I think, a lot of people, it's just for the sake of me putting myself more up there. You could say finding my feet in a way, because I'm not really good around other human beings, let's just be honest. There's a few human beings that I'm very cool with. In terms of obviously my guys, big up Jay Dizzle, Cinema Seebs, and obviously the Sis, who's obviously chilling in the background here with me as well. So big up to all of them, you know what I mean? And a few of obviously people that I'm really cool with and all that. So yeah. She's 25. She's 5'7". She studied at the University of Sheffield. Good to know that. She says, I'll pick topic if you start the conversation. Most underrated writers' books and most overrated writers' books. I mean, to be honest, I don't really know too much about novels and all of that. I'm very much known into the comic books and facts and stories like that, and biography, so I can't really tell you, to be honest, so I'm just going to leave that out and move on. Leave it out! So, I go crazy for flamingos, cinema, politics and food, and yes, that's in the right order. So she puts flamingos ahead of cinema and food. Bad. That's bad. How can you put that? Called flamingos her. How can you put that? Because they're pink, so sometimes you tend to think they're hers, but they're not. But how can you put that ahead of cinema and food? I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand that, but some people are just, different like that, you could say. But yeah, I like to go to the cinema. I like food, so that's right up my alley. Politics, it's like a dib and dab in them. I'm not 100% keen on politics. Don't really care. All I gotta say, Boris is still a twat, and as simple as. Cool. Apart from all that, Valeria, I don't really want to come over to Valerie's house, so unfortunately it's going to be a no for me. Moira said, I geek out on crime documentaries, and Moira likes her crime documentaries. I don't mind them, I can watch them as well, so not bad. She's 29, she's 5'3", she's in communications. She says, never have I ever been to Greg's. What? She's never been to Greg's before. You don't know what you're missing, child. I'm telling you that. Ooh, child. You really don't know what you're missing there, so you need to go and check that out. I'm telling you, once you've had Greg's, I was going to do some rhyme though. I can't think in the head what goes with Greg's. Yeah, I can't think, so you should go to Greg's, literally. Greg's is the be-all and end-all, and you would love it. Absolutely love it. You will love Greg's, trust me, you'll love it. So, I'm telling you right now, go to Greg's, get yourself a pasty, or one of them bakes or something, you know what I mean? All of that stuff. The sausage roll as well is one of the best things as well. The donut, oh my word. If you had a yum-yum there, oof, delicious. Absolutely something special. You know what I mean? Definitely will recommend Greg's to you. Not sure about the pizza slices there, they're quite expensive. I wouldn't say to go for them ones. I'm saying go for the usual pasties, the ones like that. They're the big tings right there. Do you know what I mean? The big tings, them are popping, and those ones are that. Donuts, good. But yeah, those are the ones. And Tottenham cake, really underrated. I would definitely say there's something about a Tottenham cake. Now the bottom might be a bit crappy, but once you've tried a Tottenham cake all together, it bangs, and it bangs very well. It's like, oi, you, are you gonna bang? Oi, you, are you gonna bang? Oi, you, are you gonna bang? All I'm gonna know, and the Tottenham cake does bang, so and that's all that, so that's all I've got to say on that. So, cool, and we're gonna move forward to more what she said. I'm looking for a tour guide, she said. Recently moved to London. Someone chill and with a good sense of humour. Oh, and someone who enjoys the odd triple. The odd triple. Yeah, I guess, I wouldn't mind, showing you around London, but I don't think you want to come to the end, so I'm not really going to show you the ends to go, but I'll show you some nice places, some decent places and all that, so we can meet somewhere central-ish, and then I'll show you around, I guess. So, okay, someone chill with a good sense of humour. I mean, I'm pretty chill, I would say. Humour depends. I can't really say I've got a great sense of humour. I think sometimes I can have something, but I'm not going to say this. I can do it all the time, so let's just leave it as that. Someone who enjoys the old triple. The odd triple. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, she seems like a cool chick, Yeah, she's got a bit of curves to her, and I like girls that are a bit curvy and that. So, summarising, do you know what? I'll give her a chance. I won't say yes, do you know what I mean? Yes to Moira gets yes for me. We come to Stephanie. Stephanie says, suggest a date if you like plants, hiking, or lying horizontal. So, or lying horizontal. Well, not really a fan of any of them three, to be honest. So, yeah, already off to a bad start there, Stephanie. But let's get on to more what she's saying. 35, 5'3", agnostic she is. What if I told you that I walk slow, but eat slow, but cycle fast? Well, I can walk moderate-ish, and I can eat quite quick. Cycling, not too fast, moderate cycling. So, again, not really on the same track again, are we, Stephanie? So, it does look a bit peak so far, but I still get on to more. Give me travel tips for Japan, Korea, and Taiwan, or Argentina, Chile, and Brazil. Never been to any of those places, so I can't really give you any tips. The only tip I really want to give you, Stephanie, is that we're not compatible and find yourself someone else. It's as simple as that. We come to the next person, which is Dolly. Dolly says, I'll pick the topic if you could start the conversation. You can only listen to 5 songs for the rest of your life. What are they? Well, it's got to be something up tempo, funky. I think a bit of everything. I want something grind garage-ish to keep me hooked, like something that's a banger though. It's like an anthem. If I had to think off the top of my head, something like Oi or 21 Seconds. Something like a funky house something as well, like Carla's Do You Mind or Malika's Go, something. Olive, You're Not Alone. I think that's another big tune there, so I'd probably have that. Just to remind you that, you know, you're not alone. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That one, I can't think of any other two right now off the top of my head. Yeah, but those 3 will be there so far. So that's what I'm going to say on that one. Cool. 2760, she's atheist. She says she geeks out on most things. I'm a nerd. That's cool. You know what I mean? Fellow nerd here. You know what I mean? Like the usual things of watching stuff on Netflix, playing games, watching Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. Game of Thrones. So yeah, I'm pretty much in that category of nerdish. So yeah. Said what I ordered from the table. She says tap water. Big up to that. Sometimes you just gotta go with what's simple in it and get simple things. Because sometimes you can order something that's too much. Simple tap water will do. It's cool, especially when you know drinks on the menu are like £3-4 for like a drink you could buy for like 50 or 70p down the corner shop stand. So forget all that. Apart from all that, Dolly doesn't really have that je ne sais quoi for me. So fortunately, it's going to be enough for me. We'll come on to the last one. Or let's see, last one. We'll see what the next one's saying. So, Kendall says, we're the same type of weird if you believe that cake and popcorn are a meal. No, I wouldn't agree there. I don't think it's a meal, to be honest. I think it's a snack. But, do you know what I mean? It is what it is. If that's what you say is a meal, then that's what you say is a meal, innit? Obviously, your usual meals are something you eat in substance, obviously, which is pasta or rice or whatever, but you've chosen cake and popcorn as a meal. Okay, whatever. People like what they like. I like cake, but I wouldn't say it's a meal, and that's all simple as that. She's 29, she's 5'11", she's an assistant manager at audit firm. She says, a shower thought I recently had. The reason that Mama Bear and Papa Bear had separate beds is because they had marital problems. I mean, I'd agree there. They probably did. You know what I mean? That's deep. I didn't think of that. You know, that old nursery rhyme of the Mama Bear and Papa Bear, you know, Baby Bear, obviously, you know. Yeah, they did have some problems, didn't they? They had some real big problems. Boy, if you have separate beds and you're not sharing a bed, that's problems there. You know what I mean? So the fact that the two bears, the mama and the papa bear, weren't sharing beds is real problems. But who knows? Were they even married? That's the question. We're even going to go deep into this, but let's not go too deep. Let's leave it as that. So maybe it was just the one night thing that completely went wrong, and then they've ended up with the kids, so they've just said, you know what, let's just stay together. Let's stay together. All of that, but Okay. I get along best with people who are light-hearted and can laugh at themselves. Somewhat. Not gonna lie there. Somewhat. But yeah. Apart from all that, not really feeling Kendall, so thoughts if Kendall, it's a no for me. And that's all for this episode of Link and Ting. Thank you obviously for listening to this episode, and obviously watching this episode too. So if you like this episode or any previous episodes of Randy Prizzle's Link and Ting, you know what to do below, all of that. And you know what we do when we finish there? Link out! Link out! Oh, link out!